What's going on, guys? Today I want to do a quick review about this cooling blanket. In this review, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this blanket, including one thing that I think that you should know before buying. All right, guys, so I'll be honest, I didn't think that this blanket would even do what it said that it did. The claim with this blanket and what they say is essentially that this side of the blanket will actually pull heat away from you while you sleep. And then this is just the side that you use, that you keep up. It's got its own design texture, if you will, to it. I am a very, very hot sleeper. So when we bought this, we got a king size, which was probably a mistake because my wife uses those blankets right there because we usually pump the heat down, pump the air conditioning down when we sleep. And I usually just sleep with that sheet that you're seeing right there. That's typically how it goes. And I wake up multiple times in the middle of the night sweating. I'm just one of those people that I get hot at night. I have a lot of body heat and it really ruins a lot of sleep for me. But this blanket, surprisingly, does a really good job at helping me with that. So obviously you can't touch this thing, but right now, if I touch right here, this feels cool. This feels warm, not hot, warm. We live in an area of the United States that is very warm. So at night when you're trying to sleep, it's just pretty warm in general. Even though we pump the AC, we can't have our electric bills be crazy, crazy high. So we only do so at a reasonable amount. And it's fine for my wife, but it just doesn't work for me. So the blanket itself, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's not the most stylish thing in the world. It's not incredible looking. It's not awful, right? But it's just kind of a blanket. I mean, a standard blanket, if you're actually using it for a king size, drape it across, it'd be fine. It doesn't have a lot of padding in it at all. It's basically almost like the thickness of a sheet. It's a little bit thicker than that, and it's a little bit heavier than that. It's got a little bit of weight to it. And like I said, I don't know the science behind this thing, you guys. It's to me, it's like a miracle, this thing, because I can't tell you how many times I've had issues with this. But the fact that it actually does bring your heat away from your body, which is what it says it does, it really feels like that's happening. And I've slept so much better since we've gotten this thing. Now, two things to know about it before you buy. So first off, if you're like me and you're getting this, I got it for a king size because we have a king size bed, which was kind of dumb on my part because my wife doesn't need it. So I actually have a lot of extra blanket now when I sleep, which is slightly annoying. That's all my fault. I probably should have gotten a smaller size. So if it's just one partner that has the issue, make sure that you adjust for that. The second thing to know is that when you wash this, right, they want you to wash it at a cooler temperature and do not dry it on a high temperature, right? You want to dry it on a cooler temperature. They say that if you wash it on a hot temperatures and use that, it can actually damage the material here to make it less effective. So that's really all it is. But yeah, if you're on the fence about this, if you have a hot sleeper in your family or it's yourself, I can't recommend this thing enough. It actually does work. I know it sounds like an oxymoron. How could you wear a blanket and feel cooler? But it does actually work, and I highly, highly recommend it for those that are struggling like I did.